Bethesda Suing, Arkham Asylum DLC and a Borderlands trailer. I'm numbered, it's the 13th of September, and this is Gamer Update. First up, Bethesda has announced that they will be suing Interplay for the rights to a Fallout MMO. This was kind of inevitable, with the contract stating that a substantial amount of work had to be done on the MMO by April 4th, and with Interplay in such a dwindling state, they just don't have the resources to take on a project of this size. Other than a bit of artwork, we haven't really seen any progress made on the game. Hopefully this will end with Bethesda making the game themselves or licensing it out to a company that's a little more capable, but I do really want to see a Fallout MMO at some point. Next up, there is a new Borderlands trailer showing each of the 4 playable characters. The lineup looks sweet. You've got your masked sniper, your gun-toting manly man, the chick who can make red stuff explode out of her, and a guy who can punch stuff. And at the end of the trailer, they showed a guy who has spikes for nipples. See, I had no idea that was a side effect of nuclear radiation, but I guess that's why I'm not a nuclear psychiatrist. To see that trailer, there's a link in the sidebar. There are 2 new DLCs coming out for Batman Arkham Asylum. The first, titled Insane Nights, will be coming out on September 17th. The second, titled Prey in the Darkness, will be coming out on September 24th. Prey in the Darkness? I had no idea Batman was religious. These announcements were made by the official PlayStation blog, so there has been no confirmation that DLC will be available for the Xbox 360 version, but it seems likely. A big congrats goes out to PAX for breaking 60,000 attendees at this year's convention. It's hard to believe what used to be such a small convention has become one of the biggest gaming events out there. The guys at Penny Arcade talked about a possible PAX East for next year, which would be awesome. There's a new trailer out for LucasArts' new game Lucidity, and it's an interesting concept, but I don't know, it just doesn't look that good to me. Check it out in the sidebar, tell me that I'm wrong. There's a trailer out for the latest Stalker game, Call of Pripyat. I've played Stalker Clear Sky, and I gotta say I was really underwhelmed, but the trailer for this one does look cool, so I guess it's worth a shot. To check out that trailer, there's a link in the sidebar. Sega has been teasing a new 2D Sonic the Hedgehog game called Project Beetlemouse. It's about dang time. You know Sonic 3D platforming is bad when they have to make half of the game about snowboarding and throwing chows against a wall until they turn evil. Which leads me to the question of the day. Should Sonic go back to 2D, or do you like the new modern turn they've taken with 3D platforming? Leave your thoughts in the comments. You may recall me talking about the Dictator Sim Tropico 3 a few weeks back, and now the demo is out. If you have a PC, which you do if you're watching this unless you're one of those weird Mac people, you can download the demo and try out the first 2 missions. There's a link to that in the sidebar if it interests you. The latest Circle of Hell developer trailer for Dante's Inferno has came out, showing off their greed level. It looks just as cool as the others and lets us know a bit more, probably too much, about Dante himself. For that video, there's a link in the sidebar. Also in Developer Diaries, there's a new developer diary out for Just Cause 2, and it looks pretty cool. If you watch the video, it won't be their wonky take on physics that puts you off, but rather the fact that their senior, quote, senior programmer looks like he's 19 or so. I don't know about you, but in what universe is somebody that looks like that senior in any way? Regardless of their weird hierarchy, the game does look cool, and if you want to see that video, there's a link in the sidebar. A Californian named Randy Nuntz is suing Microsoft and Bungie for leading him to believe that Halo 3 can be played on the Xbox 360. And you know what? He's absolutely right. How dare they lead him to believe obvious truths experienced by millions of people? This is definitely the way to respond when you get a broken copy of a game. The game of the day for today is Scribblenauts. Scribblenauts is a side-scrolling DS game coming out sometime later this month. The main premise of the game is that you have to collect starites, and you can summon a ton of stuff by writing it with a DS stylus. For instance, if you write down shotgun, you get a shotgun. If you write down time machine, bam, a time machine. There are an impressive 22,802 things you can make in Scribblenauts, and the full list is out there, but I'd encourage you not to look at it and just be surprised when you find out you can make something you never thought they would have. This is probably the only DS game I've ever been legitimately excited about, and I cannot wait to get it. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/BattleGamerNews, or just hit the link in the sidebar. I'm Numbert, and this has been Gamer Update.